Have you ever thought, why is it that all of us want to speak in English? Isn't this question intriguing? Is it because people around you speak in English? Or is it because the most part of the world speak in English? Well, if you ask me, I learned to speak in English because I always felt that being multilingual will open up my doors to opportunities. And having said that, this stands true for everyone who can speak different languages. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gitanjali Rathore, Soft Skills and Communications Trainer at Inspiria Knowledge Campus. And today we are going to focus on the techniques of how to speak English fluently. First and the foremost is, you must try to think in English. For instance, I would like to give you an example. How many of we ever call a university a Vishwavidyalaya, or school Vidyalaya, or teachers Adhyapak? The way we have been taught, it has been commonly used. For instance, the way we talk about the fan and the table and the chair and the pen and pencil, the way it had been introduced to us, we have been speaking exactly the same way. So what are we doing it? We are thinking in English, and that's how we're able to produce it in English. So the first and the foremost thing again is to get back and try to think in English. How can we do it? Well, I suggest you list down the number of vernacular words and use the English version of it. That is one way of doing it. Second, please remember, we have to use our listening skills. And how can we do that? Pick up a paper, a newspaper, or whether it is a magazine, or whether it is an article, or any book of your interest, and start reading it loud. Because when you do that, you are listening to yourself. And what does it do? Ideally, it does two things. Number one is that you will be able to listen and find out whether your diction is correct. And that is what it means if you are able to speak English properly. Second, you can save it for later use and see that if at all your interjections, which usually happens when you start to speak in English. For example, any beginner who tries to speak in English will mumble. So in such cases, it will help you if you read out loud over the period of time to reduce the number of interjections, which ultimately makes your speech fluent and smooth. Number three that has helped immense to all my students is audio recording. How do we do it? I ask them to send WhatsApp audio clips. It will be for a couple of minutes. I listen to them and I give them instant feedback. So what does it do? It is making it convenient for somebody who is mentoring them to listen to them instantly and give them feedback. And second is, you can also save it for later to calibrate it for yourself, which means that you start at day one, and over the period of your 10th day, you can see how much progress you have made by speaking loud and also by audio recording it. Number fourth point is that please try to balance your areas of language learning. For instance, we talked about speaking, we talked about reading, we talked about listening here. Now we also need to focus on writing, we need to focus on pronunciation, and we need to focus on grammar and vocabulary. So the fifth point here would be that you strengthen your vocabulary. How do you do that? When you start reading, you will come across few exceptional words. Mark it and go to any online dictionary. There are plethora of online dictionaries these days. You can go to Collins, you can refer to Merriam-Webster, you can refer to the Cambridge or the Oxford online dictionary, and cross-check the pronunciation everywhere. I will tell you, most words which people mispronounce, at least in this part of the world that I have noticed, is the word development. They eat up one of the syllable and instead they pronounce it development. Similarly, the word asked becomes asked. So if you are working on your vocabulary, then you will also start focusing on your pronunciation. So vocabulary, how you do it? By going into the online dictionary, by reading more, outlining what are the words that you want to find meaning for, and try to maximum make use of it. And the pronunciation, of course, like I gave you an example, and asked is not asked. When it is used as ask, then we give an emphasis to the letter K. But if it is in the past tense, that it becomes asked, where K gets completely silent. So the other ways that you can better yourself is try and watch few English series. There are so many over the top that young guys these days, you all watch. So make use of it and listen, how is it that they are pronouncing, whether the word data is data or is it data. Now there are different ways of pronouncing the same thing, so that's there. And when it comes to vocabulary, let me tell you, there's one word which I have learned recently is the word matutinal. It can be pronounced either as matutinal or it could be pronounced as matutinal. But what it means is that something that occurs in the morning hour. So how do I use it? I have made it a point to practice it as much as possible, and I try and use it by saying that I'm a matutinal jogger, which means that I'm somebody who jogs in the morning and not in the evening hours. So the only way that you can extend and you can expand your vocabulary is by trying to use it maximum. Now, after achieving all these areas of learning skills, you then next need to go into writing. So what you need to do is now you need to start connecting your thoughts with your words. And how do you do that? Now this is called articulation. Initially, remember, when you start writing it, you will find it a task where you will have to think a lot, but over the period of time this process gets smoother and easier, and you will see that the moment you start writing it faster, you will be able to start speaking faster, which means that we are again talking about fluency. So maybe what we can do is we can make a journal, maintain a journal, and start ranting on any random things of your choice, of your interest. It could be the most basic thing as how did your day go, or what did you do in your college or in your university. It is as simple as that. And finally, there's one point that you must not forget, and that is all about motivation, because you will be able to start your process of thinking, to the process of listening and reading out loud, to the process of making the audio clip, to the process of balancing all the areas of your language learning, to vocabulary and pronunciation, only and only if you have motivation. So the motivation is something that is going to take you through your journey. So ladies and gentlemen, wish you all the best in your journey of speaking fluently English. And if at all, if there is any requirement of mine, so please make sure my students can ever get back to me, leave any comments for me to get back to you, and we will meet in our next video.